on that. Record on this. Record on this. There it goes. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Moose here, and we've got Dave. And today we are going to mount an ADE reflex dot sight on Dave's Mod 2. This is a Springfield Mod 2. We've already gone ahead and removed the rear sight, which did require some soaking. So we didn't put it on film. But Dave has never done this yet. And of course we've got our fix-it sticks here. Can't do any gunsmithing, in my opinion, without a good set of fix-it sticks. If you guys don't know about fix-it sticks, check them out. So we do have the optics mount for the Springfield XD, XDM, and XDS, which does include the Mod 2. And here we go. So this little plate, Dave, just to kind of show you, is actually going to slide in there. But you see how it doesn't want to go? It's because it's tightened up.
Loosen up.
Yeah. So if you guys are unfamiliar with how these plate systems work, you know, this slide is not cut for a dot sight. So there's no way to affix it without utilizing a plate mount. This is from ADE Optics, and basically how we do this is it works off of tension. So see how I drop that down? We can actually show it here in the camera over here. You can see now that I have a little gap there. This should just slide right into Dave's rear sight place. If not, we might have to tap it in. Yep, we're going to probably have to tap it in. Dave, do you happen to have a rubber mallet?
I do.
Do you? Could you go grab one of those?
I will.
Let's see. This may just go in there, but we may have to put a little bit of coercement behind it. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But you guys can see it's actually starting to go in. It's semi-loose, semi-not. We're gonna basically center this thing in here, and then we're gonna mount our top plate, which gives us the ability to mount our red dot. And our red dot here is the Eris from ADE Optics. So far we've had really good luck with these guys. I'm pretty impressed. We're just gonna go ahead and make sure these things are...
It's a big one, but...
Yeah, it's all right. It may work. It may not. You have that punch as well. I think we should have probably been a little bit more prepared. There it is right there. And even maybe our hammer. Normally we would do this in a vise, but we want to make sure that we're just hitting the mount itself and not the slide. There we go. And we just want to make sure that it's semi-centered. It's a little off. I punched it just a little too far. Go this way. There we go. You can see I'm still a little off, guys. If you look in there, you can see I've got a little bit more on this side than this side. So we're just going to go ahead and tap it back the other way. A little bit at a time. A little bit more. A little bit more until it didn't move much. That looks pretty centered.
That looks pretty good.
You guys see how that's nice and centered? So if you notice on the plate, it's got two holes that'll line up with the pins that are on the bar itself. See how it clicked in? And now what we want to do is we actually want to put just a tad bit of Loctite on these screws. And the only reason that we're doing that is so that they don't obviously loosen up. Now, actually, we may not have to, because I think that slide is actually going to hold on top of these. So I think we're going to be good. I think we're going to be all right. Normally I would put a little bit of Loctite, but I really don't think that we're going to have to be quite honest. So we're just going to go ahead and tighten these up. And obviously we don't want to put too much tension on these. These are just little, little screws with not a ton of slide. So if we look down that, we can see that that looks relatively centered. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
So now we can go ahead and take our Eris here, and we're going to remove the pick sight that it comes mounted with, which is kind of nice. You know, this is one thing I like about RedDots like this, especially from companies like ADE, is they give you multiple options, right? This can be mounted on a handgun, this could be mounted on your AR, this could be mounted on your shotgun, this could be mounted on, you know, on the top of your scope, on an angle, you know, all kinds of different stuff, right? So now with this, you'll see that we have these little pins down in this bag of goodies, right? So we're going to dump these out, and you can see we've got these little pins. And these pins, the fat side goes into your plate. You know, oops, it's tough when you got big old fat meaty fingers. There, see how those go in there? And then what these are going to do is these are going to help stabilize that top plate, or that top optic as well, so that this way it doesn't shift around. I really don't want to tap that with a hammer, but man. There it goes. Just nice little ginger taps. I'm not trying to drive these things down to Kentucky. Just, all right, that was a bad joke. Whatever. Whatever.
Oh,
right.
sorry.
Right. Right. Where's my peanut gallery?
Sorry, I forgot to laugh there for a
Yeah,
second.
yeah. It's so funny. I actually forgot to laugh. So, and then the other nice thing about this is that now that you actually have this plate, you can pick any red dot to go on this. So you can actually swap it out if you so choose or whatnot. So now if you look, see how that clicked right in there?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, right? So they actually drop right in.
It's a beauty, eh, Clark?
Yeah. And then we'll just go ahead and take our screws. Go ahead and tighten them down in there. And then once again, we're going to gingerly tighten these up. They don't have to be too much. Just enough to put a little bit of tension on there. And this is why I like the Fix-It sticks, because those are not fitting very well. So let me grab this one. Might be the right one. Yep. Now I can actually put some tension, and these don't slip like the standard tools that come with a lot of you know, optics. Forgot how to turn this thing on. It's all right. We're gonna figure it out. Oh, it's on. There we go. Turn the brightness up. There we go. Now the cool thing about this optic, Dave, and this is one reason that I requested this one specifically for one of us to use, is the fact that this actually has a cover, right? So now it becomes a covered optic, which if you want that, you can. We obviously have to sight it in first, and then we have the rear screws to put over this, which is going to help protect that optic, and it's going to, you know, make it so that we don't have anything to necessarily worry about. The other nice thing is
kind of like a sunshade too, isn't it?
It is. It's a sunshade, yeah. It basically makes it a closed emitter.
Right.
You know, even though there's no glass back here, it still makes it enclosed. So it's going to protect this a lot better. The other nice thing about these ADEs, at least this one, is you have a side battery. So you don't have to remove the red dot to replace your battery.
Yep.
You just remove those two Phillips screws. This pops out, the battery will come out, and then you can put the new one in. So let's go ahead and put this slide back together, and we'll let you get to sighting it. So there you guys go. If you guys are interested in checking out ADE optics, they are designed in Portland, Oregon. They are actually made though in China, full disclosure. It is what it is. Lots of companies out there are American companies, and they'll tell you, oh yeah, buy American, and yet they're still outsourcing to China. And make no mistake that the tier levels that you can buy in China are bottom of the barrel, or they are really good quality. And ADE is definitely on that verge of that really good quality. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to get this thing sighted in. I think we're going to do another video, and I think we need to water bottle beat this thing. I think we need to see, is this thing really going to hold up? And if in fact it does, then we'll let you know.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, we're going to be honest.
Yep.
We're going to tell you, nope, fail. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We definitely appreciate you guys and your viewership. If you haven't already, do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're going to bring you guys more and more information out there and things like that. A lot of the stuff in here, and just so we're very clear, this is a sight. It is not a firearm, YouTube. We are not building a firearm. We are mounting a sight on a firearm. We're not modifying anything in general. So some of this stuff may be cut out just for YouTube purposes, but I will say, if you guys are interested in checking this video out in full detail, head over to the Patreon channel, and you'll be able to watch it there. So with that being said, I'm Moose.
And I'm Dave.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Take
See ya.
care.